Hello there, everyone, and Facebook land. How's it going? Johnny Davis live right here. First of all, I want to say thanks to everyone who's been giving me calls and texts and messages, knowing that I'm right here in North and South Carolina, in particular North Carolina for me. Have a lot of loved ones that are in the South Carolina area. Obviously, I'm originally from South Carolina. I have a lot of family over there, and definitely concerned about them right there on the coast. Have some really good friends who live right on the water, so very concerned about them in particular. This one person who I will not call their name if he's looking at this right now, but I hope that everybody's going to be safe and heed the warnings. Don't be a hero. It's like I tell people all the time, subject matter I want to bring at the end of this. I know a lot of people are busy, evacuating right now. I'm not in an evacuation zone. So that's what you need to know. I am definitely in North Carolina, but I'm not in an evacuation area. So there are, I feel like that we're going to be overall okay here. I certainly think that we're going to get hit. And probably pretty hard with a lot of rain and wind. But again, me personally and my family, we're in not right there on the beach area, not right there in that Charleston, Myrtle Beach area. And again, I hope that everybody is heeding the evacuations. I think that don't take it lightly. I think it's going to be serious. I know that, we've done everything on this end as far as, backup and all of that for, water, food, and things like that you'll need for, an extended stay without, power or whatever. So I think we're going to be okay. But anyway, I just wanted to, first of all, update everyone on that. Those people who've been calling and texting me that we're good. Again, I do have some family members and things I am concerned about in that area, more concerned than I am about myself and my family here. So hopefully they're going to be okay. A lot of calls. People are wondering about the East Coast Classic. First of all, that's about right at 4 weeks from now. So hopefully, again, we don't know what the future holds, right? We don't know how catastrophic this thing could be. But the last few years for this tournament, just FYI, we have had hurricanes or floods or something. Like once we had it one time where 1 week before the water was just receding, right? And we still had a great event. So my point, what I'm trying to say is that for the kickboxing community, I know some of you don't care about what I'm getting ready to say, but for those who will plan on coming to the East Coast Classic, plan on coming. I'm the kind of guy that, it really has to be, if the hotel is there, we plan to be there. And in fact, I have a backup, even if the hotel is not available, because sometimes they get hit pretty hard. But I even have a backup. So it's hard for me to cancel events like this, just so you'll know that. I'm not that guy. And people who know me, who've worked with me in the past, know that I go to the mud with it. I'll, give it everything, because I know the commitment of the fighters and the family members and all the people who are going to come. I'm not a cancel kind of guy. Now, this weekend, let me just say this, we had an event scheduled in Apex, North Carolina, a point kickboxing tournament. Now, listen, I'm not stupid either, right? That's the weekend of the hurricane hitting. No, we're not going to do the PKB this weekend in Apex, because, for obvious reasons, right? Common sense and good judgment. But we're having it next weekend. We'll be right back in Apex next weekend at Mr. Don Rogers Apex Martial Arts Center in Apex, North Carolina for our IKF point kickboxing tournament. No, we're not doing it this weekend, but we did have an availability for next weekend, so we'll be there. Now, getting back to the tournament. Again, I'm not a cancel kind of guy. The only time I cancel an event, if I feel like that it's not safe for people traveling in and out, right? That is where I use my good judgment. I had one event some years ago in Charlotte, and the weather forecaster said there is 100% chance that there's going to be a snowstorm tonight. That's what they said. 100% chance. Now listen, mind you, I'm in the morning, I'm at the weigh-in, I have ticket money and everything in my hand. They said it was 100% chance that there was going to be a snowstorm. Now, I am not going to have people trying to come, because people will come. But if you have it, they will come out. I'm not going to have people traveling in the ice and the snow. You know what? I said, okay, guys, we can't do this show tonight. We just can't. So I gave people the money back, you know what? And they everybody went their way. And guess what? That night, the sky opened up with ice. It was just total. It was terrible. Okay, so I just want you to know I use common sense and good judgment. But right at 4 weeks out, at this point, as long as it's just not total devastation on the beach, where within maybe a week they'll be back fine, and they're the Crown Reef doesn't close down, or something like that, we're moving forward. So you can continue to register. You can continue to move forward, because not we'll get another date. But look, I don't have any plans of that. I'm a businessman. This is what I do. I know the fighter's passion. People are training really hard for this event right now. And we have a lot of fighters there still looking for fights. So if you have fighters, hey, guess what? Have them register. Again, I'm not a cancel kind of guy. This is what I do. It's a business. We're going to be there as long as the hotel is available. If not, I have a backup. akpromotions.org. Go ahead. Get registered. We're going to have an event there as long as that hotel is standing. And I'm going to know that by, like Sunday, Monday of this week. And if there are issues there, again, I have a backup number to get there. So what you need to do is get your people registered and plan to have a great kickboxing event. And again, for some of you people who are not into kickboxing, you don't care about what I'm saying right now. But for those people who are into kickboxing, who have fighters training, trainers know what I mean, fighters know what I mean, who are working really hard, this is an important message to a lot of people. And again, I understand the severity of everything, and I'm hoping everybody's going to be okay. But we have to live after this too. This is like a 2-3 day event. Then after that, we still have to continue to, do business and live and enjoy life and do all the other things. So again, good common sense and good judgment. Okay, so a couple other things. Just want to talk about really quick here. I'm not going to take a lot of your time today. My main thing today was just letting you know that the tournament was still a go. But the tournament, the IKF East Coast Classic, is still on. You need to still register and come to this event. It's going to be a great event. Like I said, years past, we've always had something right before it, and we always have the tournament, and it's been very successful. So we hope that's going to be the case. All right, I just want to say that again so you can share this video to your friends, those people who you know, to know that, hey, it's coming out of Johnny Davis' mouth, that as far as I know, I'm still working hard on all the stuff that we do. We got everything lined up and all, and so it should be a fantastic event. Remember, we have our U.S. title fights there. Those young ladies are training hard. The guys are training hard. The junior U.S. champion, and they're training hard. They're coming. And you know what? Spectators are already buying tickets and everything. Again, I'm going to make it clear. I'm not a cancellation kind of guy. Unless it is unsafe for you guys, then I'll make the right call. Otherwise, let's get ready for a great show, because it's going to be a great show, guys. IKF Championship Kickboxing at its finest at the IKF East Coast Classic, including our Super Show, October 5th and 6th. Okay, I'm going to change gears here 1 second here. Now, so the other day, I put on my Facebook page about our belts. Now, I know that green reminds you of WBC. I know. But, hey, it just happened to be a color that was available. But we have our beautiful IKF PKB belts, man, that's going out, as I said, across the country. And we have them in different colors and stuff. And so we're going to be crowning a lot of PKB Grand Champions. I know Mr. Ryan Hodges and Mr. Jordan Dodge and Mr. Robert Aldama, Orlando Montano, so many other people who are across the country, Mr. Chris Clodfelter and Keith Sudgerd and Ruben Saldana and Mr. Brian Keith. I can keep going. I shouldn't have started naming. I have to name everybody. So many people excited about hosting these tournaments. Mr. Dan King and, oh my goodness, I shouldn't have started because I have to keep going. But anyway, we're going to be doing these belts pretty much at all the tournaments now. These PKB championship belts is a great incentive and a great motivation for the fighters, and I think it gives them really something extra to work for. And it's all semi-contact. There are no knockouts, but they are so much fun, and there's nothing like winning a nice little belt like that as well. So those are going to continue again. So hope you guys will continue to come out to our IKF PKB events. Check out all the events that we have coming up at akpromotions.org, ikfkickboxing.com as well. Now, We are accepting new applicants for promoters in your areas for the IKF PKB sparring circuits. So if you want to be a part of that, you want to come on board and become a promoter in your area, there's a lot more to it than just that. But if you're interested, you feel free to give me a call or send me an email on my email from my website at either at akpromotions.org, or give me a call, 843-773-1005, and we can talk about our 2019 schedule. We are going to have a busy schedule in 2019. And so you need to understand what this event is all about. It's a semi-contact event for the point kickboxing tournaments, but it's a great incubator for your fighters. It's a great incubator for your trainers. It's a great incubator for the fans. It is the way we find and build our champions. No, we are not trying to go necessarily to the Olympics and some of these other things that people are saying. We are just trying to build fighters. We are trying to build fighters so we can make them great amateurs, so that they can eventually be great professionals and they can make a living at this game if they want to. That's what I'm doing. That's my purpose. So you guys will know that. So when you participate in my terms, they are real, they're authentic, and we're trying to build our champions so that they can go to that next level, guys, and build our sport to where I know that it needs to be. All right, okay. So moving right along, check us out, akpromotions.org, for all of our events, guys. I just want to say congratulations to Mr. Austin, I think it's Hamel. I think he's out of Jackson, Muay Thai, out of Florida. Great fight last weekend. And Mr. Brian Keith's Victory Fight Series in Atlanta, Georgia. He fought in a 4-man tournament, and boy, this guy's good. This guy's really good, so we hope to see him again. The other young man, Mr. Tristan Vines, also won an IKF East Coast title, Southeastern title last week on that show. Man, these two guys are talented. Look, these guys are winning these titles. You guys, everybody else, when you hear about them and you see them on our Facebook, you need to up your game. These guys are real. That's what we're doing. We're weeding out the people who are not serious, right? And we are finding the champions, and we're going to build them as much as we can all the way up to the pros, guys. So just know that when we are profiling these different fighters, we feel like they're the best fighters. Just like I said with the amateurs, and as well as some of these guys fighting for U.S. titles, as well as eventually the pros. So we're building something here. I hope you guys will be on board with us and support us in what we're doing here. I want to bring up a little point. I'm not going to be long today. But again, for those of you who are just signing on, this is my hurricane message, and that everybody be safe and to take care of yourself. Again, everything is all a go on our end for the IKF East Coast Classic that's coming up October 5th and 6th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Crown Reef Conference Center. akpromotions.org is there. The tickets are there. We have some hard tickets for some of the local gyms as well. Just feel free to give us a call if you want some more information on all of that. Now, I want to talk. I told you that I was going to be talking about ethics, and I said I was going to be talking about some other tips. So this is what I want to talk about right now. And I see some of you people who are online. You can tell me what you think about this. So some of you also know that I am the IKF Southeastern director here, and as a regulator. That means when I'm working an event, right, you know, I make sure they have the ambulance, insurance, doctors, all that, okay? I am there for the safety of the fighters. I don't give a crap about all the other stuff that you might want to say, oh, this is okay. No, I make calls. I make serious calls to protect these fighters. Here is what I want to talk to you about, trainers. Okay, take care of your fighters. Put your ego in your back pocket. And I mean this. I hope I don't get upset here, but I'm already upset. You know, I saw some things and been seeing some things at some of these fights. Well, you were sitting right there looking at your fighter get the crap beat out of them and will not throw in the towel. What are you thinking? What are you thinking? Listen, fighting is a serious game. This is no joke. Here's the thing, guys. When people pay their money to come to see a fight, they're coming to see a competition. They're coming to see a fight, a match. They're coming to see who's the best. Now, the best can be determined at different levels. It can be determined during the fight. Obviously, it can be determined at the end, doing whether it's a knockout, TKO, or decision. But if it's decided and you're looking at it, you're looking at your guy taking punishment, you're looking at him going back not even being effective. Stop the fight. You know how to stop a fight. Throw the towel in, follow it. The fight's over. Because what I'm seeing is that we're trying to create a hero situation. Oh, well, man, I know he's getting beat up. I know he's been dropped already 2 times, but he might come back with that big punch or that big... No. He also might have brain damage, right? So we got to be serious about this. I don't play. Let me so you guys know the other side of Johnny Davis. This is the other side. And I don't want these guys. I know the shows around the world. But I don't play when it comes to people's safety. So I just don't play. So I don't make fans when I'm a regulator at an event. I don't. And people think I'm a bit of a, yes, that, when I'm at these events. Because it's about the safety. You got to wear the right equipment. You got to do all those things. But if I see a fight that is so one-sided, and the fighter's not being, you know what? If they don't stop it, I will stop it. If I don't get I will stop it. Because I know fighting, and I know. Because it's got to be a competitive match. Nobody should be paying their money to come see somebody just get the crap beat out of them. I know some people do, but that's not what we're going to do in our sport of Muay Thai kickboxing. It's not on the IKF, not on my watch. Okay, if it's a competitive match, it can be great. They can be knocking the crap out of each other, kicking. As long as it's competitive and they're going back and forth, I am okay with that. Let them go. I mean, it can be brutal, cuts and everything else, as long as it's competitive, guys. But when it stops being competitive and it's one-sided, game over. The fight is over. And if any regulator out there does not agree with me on this, then you have a problem. If you think this is a beatdown, try to kill somebody's sport, this is not it. This is competition where we're trying to prove who's the best. And the best, again, can be proven within a fight or directly after. A person doesn't have to be dead, right? Or leaving in the ring on a stretcher. I went to a couple of guys at this event, and I told them, guys, you don't have to be a hero here. They looked at me like a deer in the headlights, and the guy was getting the crap beat out of him. Guys, we cannot do this. You got to stop the fight. And if you don't, as I did, and those who were there, and you know what? The guy thanked me. Because I knew it was a nice guy. He's good. He was going to be tough, and I knew he was going to hang in there. But you can't take 5, 6, 7, 8 shots to the head with no answer. You cannot do that. Safety first. We have a great sport. And I'm telling you, you can tell when somebody's, competitive and when they're not, and when they're done. But if they're getting the crap beat out of them, somebody stop. Somebody be a hero at these events. And listen, I know I'm not at every event. I know that the right officials maybe not at all these events. But I'm telling you, if I am there, I am telling you, I'm not going to necessarily wait for the doctor or the referee to stop them. If I see them getting the beat, now I'll try to do the right thing and stay out of it. Now, Steve Foster might slap me around on this one. But I'm telling you, as a fighter, that the way I feel about it, I know when a fight is no longer competitive, right? And that is what we got to remember, guys. Please, for our sport, we're building, we are growing. We have events going on across the country now. Before, I know when I came back here on the East Coast, it was all MMA and some boxing. And now, most of the MMA shows have what? Muay Thai and kickboxing. That's no accident. That is no accident. It's because we are doing things the right way. One more thing. Somebody gave me some results the other day from this event. And let me tell you something about Steve Foster. And you can say what you want to about that man. He kicks my behind every time we have an event about the results. Making sure that we have their names, their birthdays, they have this, they have that, they have this. I got some results with a name, won or lost. Nine, one. No. The reason why, and I understand it, Steve, thank you, and he's beat this in me over the years, why we do results. We do results because we don't want to have people slipping through the cracks who maybe have been knocked out or, hurt or injured or, whatever their accurate record. We want to give that right information so that you can see it. And if another promoter sees that a fighter has been knocked out or killed, that's safety. You can't just have an event like I just saw and then give me let me see the results and it's just somebody's name who there could be the person with the same name, by the way, guys. There's a lot of people with the same name, okay? Right? And you don't even have their city or state, no information whatsoever. And those are results. Thank you again, Steve Fossil. That is the one thing IKF does. I don't think anybody else, I haven't seen it. I could be wrong. Don't think anybody else does it. But parents and trainers, you need to be more responsible. You need to be more responsible to make sure that you're working with an organization who's going to give you your just due, who's going to take care of you, who's going to have insurance, who's going to have the ambulance, who's going to have the doctors. Don't put your fighters in these type of events, guys. So my thing today is about tips for you to try to help out the trainers and the fighters. And so you cannot just jump in any event just because an event is an event. We keep our costs down to something very affordable for a reason. Right now, you can enter the East Coast Classic for $65. Some of these events are like enormous. It's like crazy. I don't know what you're getting. Maybe they're giving you gold or something. I don't know. But for me, I want to keep it affordable because I'm about the competition. I'm about building the sport, building these fighters. These fighters that we have coming on for these United States titles, I'm trying to build these guys, and they're doing a great job at building themselves and promoting themselves. But one day, these are going to be our pros, and they're going to be recognized around the world, and they're going to be the people to beat, and the money's going to flow in because sponsors are going to want to be a part of them. The sponsorships are going to come. The money's going to come. Real sponsorship. Not just, hey, let me give you this and you promote me. Not the real sponsorship. Money. Money. So you can eat. That's coming. I'm going to keep working. I'm going to keep digging, giving it everything I got. And guess what? Some of you guys out there, you don't have to sponsor me. That's fine. I see you at other events. I see you doing other things. You're ignoring us. That's fine. Because we have our own goals and our own way of doing this thing. If you want to come on board, we welcome you. But if you don't want to come on board with us to help give these fighters what they deserve, and you don't feel like we're right, that is fine. But I know what they deserve, and I'm tired of the pennies. I'm tired of people taking advantage of our fighters and our sport. Darn it! I look at TV and I see kickboxing on almost every show. It's kickboxing. You can call it what you want. They're punching, they're kicking, they're kneeing, they're airborne. I see it on all of these major Hollywood shows. And they are not putting any money behind us to promote our sport, but they're using our techniques. Now, I know I'm off the cuff right now, but that's what's the kind of stuff that's ticking me off. And then when you ask for sponsorship, it's like, are you not worthy? I'm tired of that, guys. We are worthy. We are good enough. Our fighters work hard in this gym, and they deserve more. God, I feel like I'm fussing at the internet. I don't mean to fuss. I don't mean to, but some things frustrate me, guys. We got to do better by our sport. So anyway, okay, that wasn't my goal to go off on that tangent. What I want to do is talk about the trainers. That's what really started it. Trainers, take care of your fighters. Make sure that you're doing the right thing by your fighters. Years ago, we had a situation where a fighter was injured in the gym, knocked out, came to one of our events, and it went very, very, as bad as it gets. Because the trainer did not report information, as I understand it. So this is why I'm saying, trainers, let's be honest. Let's take care of your fighters, not only in the gym, but at these events. Okay, that's all I'm going to say about that now. Oh, guys, for you guys who've just joined us really quick, I just want to remind everyone again, the IKF East Coast Classic is still on. We are going to reassess everything after the damage. I'm sure we will have some damage after Hurricane Florence hits in the next couple of days here in North and South Carolina. We're hoping everything's overall it's going to be okay. We hope that there is as little loss of life, hopefully none, as possible. We want everyone to use common sense and good judgment. I always say respect is a huge thing. Respect the storm. Respect the storm. Respect your meteorologists. Respect what they're telling you. All of your, officials that are telling, respect them. Respect is huge here. And if you do that, I think ultimately you're going to be safe, right? So again, we hope to see you guys, again, those in this area at the IKF PKB tournament in Apex, North Carolina. We have tournaments going on again across the country coming up, guys. akpromotions.org or ikfkickboxing.com, or in California, you can also go to pointmuaythaicalifornia.com. Guys, that's all I have for you today. We hope that this helped everybody understand that you need to keep training, right? Because we are not a cancellation type of group unless it's unsafe to you. And right now, after this storm, we're still going to have a good three weeks or so to get all the registration done. But get your registrations in for the IKF East Coast Classics. Let's do what we love to do. Let's come out and have a great, great event on October 56th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina at the Crown Heights Conference Center. Ladies and gentlemen, always be safe. Use common sense and good judgment. Forward march. This is Johnny Davis Live, and I'm checking out. Talk to you soon.